Hey guys, what's going on? Tuo Cruz here, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a first look and review of some tires from Tannus. So these are really interesting tires. Not only are they red, which is the best color, they are tubeless, they are airless, and it's my first time using some tires like this. This is technology that I've been really interested in for a long time, but I never took the first step to actually doing it. And actually one of my supporters over on Patreon, so Anderson, he's from the UK, he's a full-time bike carrier. He tried out these tires himself and recommended them to me, so I decided to get a pair for myself. I reached out to Tannus and asked them if I could do a review. So this isn't a paid review or anything, but they did send these tires over to me for me to review and test out. So just full disclosure there before we begin. And one of the things that was actually sort of holding me back with doing this was I was really worried about the initial install. I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to install these on my wheels. And also another problem I had was I wasn't sure what bike I wanted to use these on. My main wheels for my main commuting bike were actually destroyed a little while ago, and I've been searching for a replacement, and I bought these. My unique situation was I needed a wheel that was compatible with disc brakes, but also quick release, and there aren't too many options for those available. So luckily I was able to find a good deal on these old wheels, and so I've got my wheels ready, I've got my new rotors ready, and I've got my tires ready. So the first part of today's video, we're going to be going over the installation. And as you can see, this tire is fully solid, so getting this thing on the rim is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but we're going to go through that together. And the great thing about these tires, the thing I'm really looking forward about these, is it's impossible to flat. Like, you don't have to worry about any punctures. And for anyone who rides a bike, it doesn't matter if you're a bike commuter, if you're just a regular cyclist, you know how annoying a puncture can be. And so the great appeal about these tires is there's absolutely no chance that you can get a flat tire. So supposedly these have a warranty of at least about 5,000 kilometers, which is pretty decent. That's about half as much as what I ride totally in 1 year, and that's not all on one bike, so I could potentially get a full season out of these tires. I'm curious to see how they last. You can see I did get one set successfully on this wheel here, and that was with the help of my wife, so I think we're going to be enlisting her help again today. I don't think it's possible to get these on by yourself unless you're really, really strong upper body, but most cyclists don't really have strong upper body strength. So anyway, let's get into today's video, and we're going to first go over the installation, the struggles, what tools you need, and also my first impressions what riding with it on the bike. So let's go ahead and get started. So there's a couple new airless tire solutions that are coming out in the market right now. For the Tannus tire specifically, this is what you get. So you get the tire here, and then you get this bag here of other tools that you need. So let's open this up and see what we got inside. We've got some instructions here. And it's really not a difficult process. They've got a video on their channel, which I followed going through the first wheel, and I'll probably follow again a little bit just to make sure I'm doing everything correctly this time around. This is one of the main tools you have here. So this is kind of like a hammer. You use this to push the different pins into the tire to get it sealed onto the rim. And the only other part here is these pins here. So they have 3 different sizes, 3 different colors, and you choose which one fits into your rim. So all rims are different sizes. Find the one that's just snug, just right enough. And here's the basic instruction sheet. I'm not going to go through everything because they've already got a full video and website dedicated to that. But anyway, let's go ahead and begin. So I'm testing with the purple size right now, and you can see that this isn't quite fitting all the way in, so it's a little bit bigger. We're going to go with the smaller size. Next, we're trying the blue. So you can see this gets in here, fits in nicely. And I've aligned it to be perpendicular with the rim, and I try and pull it out. You can see it's clipping on both sides, so that's exactly the size we need. Not too big, not too small, just right. So we're going with blue and red, which is ironically also the color of the bike that this is going on, Suika-chan. Now that we know what pin size we need to use, we need to get the tire stretched out and into the right position. I actually had this tire sitting out in the sunlight for the last few hours just to warm it up a little bit, which helps stretch it out a bit. So that's my pro tip before getting it on the rim. That works with normal tires as well. And you can also step on this in the ground, stretch it a little bit like this. That helps get it in the right position and stretch everything out a little bit. I'm not sure how much this helps, but it's better safe than sorry. I remember being really sore for a couple hours after the last installation, and I haven't done much upper body work since the last one, so at least I'm recovered now and ready for the second time to go through. The next thing we need to do, you can see all these different holes along the tire. So in each of those, we need to push the pin in halfway on the same side of the tire. Let's get started. There we go. We've got all of them in halfway. Next, we got to push them in a little bit more using this hammer. So just like this. 1, 2. A lot of work to do. This will be my upper body workout for the month. This is some pretty tough work, so I'm enlisting the help of my wife, Tun-chan.
Hey everyone.
ありがとう、手伝ってくれて。
ザクに立つかどうかわかんないよ。力がないから。
いや、ワイフ強いよ。
ないよ。
できるよ。
やってみるね。そのまま押しますね。
うん。
OK。
頑張って。
頑張ります。お、簡単。簡単。私までできるならみんなきっとできる。うん。すぐできる。お。
気をつけて。
Okay.
Alright, we've got all the pins inside the tire. Now comes the best part, the most fun part. We gotta mount this on the wheel. And just like with a normal tire, we mount on one side first. So also, first things first, you want to make sure that this is the right direction. You don't want to have to do this twice. So this is the rear wheel. We've got the cassette on the right side. We've got our direction going this way. So we know the direction is right at least. And let's cross our fingers and hopefully this goes on pretty smoothly. So far, no problems. We've got it secured over here on the one side. And without really any effort, I'm able to get it to this point. So last time I couldn't do this by myself. We had to get Tun-chan's help. 君がいなかった。俺一人でできなかった。
うん。すごい。なんかすごい力入れた。すごい頑張った。
うん。今回もできるかな。
うん。できますように。やばいこれ。やばい。すごい。
君できる。強い。
頑張って。せーの。頑張れ。あとちょっと。お、今日できる。
お。
あ、できました。
できた。前より楽だった。
そう、経験があったからね。
Alright, we got it over with a little bit of effort. 2 pairs of hands.
これ一人できないわ、これ。
Unless you're a beast, make sure you have a friend with you when you're trying to install this. Anyway, you can see the tires on, and now I'm just making sure the balance is okay all the way around. And the next part also requires a little bit of power, but that just secures everything in place. Next thing, we got to use this other end of this sort of hammer tool, and we push these pins in and lock them in place on both sides. So on the one side of the tire, the pin is already theoretically underneath the rim. But on this side, you can see we've still got the blue pins here, and we've got to push each of those individually down, and it'll lock and click under place underneath the rim. So this part also can be a little bit tiring. And now this is locked in under here. You can see. And we got to do that for all of them. 一つずつ. Two down. And as you get more of them down, it'll push everything down into the right position. You just heard a nice click there. That's a good sound. Let's keep working, getting our workout today.
ないけどね。
Alright, so I was wrong. That last part was the most tiring part by far. Took a little bit of time, but all of the pins are secured in place. I've double checked everything. That's actually one of the most unnerving things about this tire, is just thinking about the fact that everything is held on by those tiny little pins against the rim. But I guess it's the same thing with the normal tire. It's really only held on by the bead on the rim itself. So something you don't really think about when you ride. So I'm definitely going to take the first few corners out on the road a little bit more carefully, a bit more slower, and hopefully gradually build my confidence taking these on some higher speeds. But anyway, the tire is on the wheel. We're ready to go. The last few steps is I just need to switch over my cassette over to here and switch over some new brake pads on the bike. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then we'll catch back in when I'm out on the road, which will be just 1 second here on YouTube time. Let's go. All right, guys, here we are checking back in. I've got Suika-chan all put together, and man, it's so excited to have her fully functioning and ready to ride again. We've got her brand new tires on her wheels. I also want to give a shout out and a special thank you to Danny Lowe, who sent me these brand new mechanical disc brakes. So now I've got brand new brakes, brand new brake pads, brand new wheels, and brand new tires. And man, this bike is just rolling smooth. So I've rode about 5 kilometers so far. I rode over to my local cycling course. So this is Morikoto Park. They've got a really nice premium level cycling course here, but unfortunately you can see behind me, they've got these signs over here saying that the course isn't open. You can't rent any bikes and go out on it, unfortunately, because of the coronavirus situation. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I was hoping to film and ride over here a little bit, but anyway, first impressions with the new tires so far, they honestly just roll like normal road tires. Like I feel like I'm riding a normal road bike right now. And if I didn't know these were like airless tires, I wouldn't know the difference, honestly. Though in the back of my mind, I'm really terrified because I don't know how well I installed these. It's my first time installing these. It's my first time riding with these kinds of tires. So every time I go over a bump, every time I turn, I'm just crossing my fingers hoping that nothing's gonna go wrong. But so far, there's been no problems. I haven't had any issues. There haven't been any strange sounds, and none of the pins have come off. So I think we're good to go. And here's the full setup, how the bike is looking right now. I'm really happy with how these tires match so well with the frame, and the highlights of the red on the bottom of the frame here, it just blends perfectly into the tires. These tires are a perfect match for this bike, perfect match for Suika-chan, and now she's just really standing out. She's really shiny right now. I gave her a nice clean wash, and actually I had to wait a couple days for this first ride because I cleaned the bike and it was raining the whole next day, and I didn't want to get the bike dirty on the first ride and ruin the tires on the first ride. So I waited for this nice weather, and this bike is just super squeaky clean right now. And I'm really not wanting to ride it in the rain anymore. Although I did used to ride this bike in the rain all the time, and now that everything's just brand new, I'm really hesitant to do that right now. Anyway, I am planning to continue testing these tires out. I'll be riding them almost every day for the next few weeks, so I'll be checking in, maybe do a month update or a couple months later update with the tires. So if you have any questions that you'd like me to go over about these tires or about something else, be sure to let me know down in the comments. And again, also a big thank you to Danny Lowe for sending these new brakes. Man, it's just such a fresh feeling. Everything, new wheels, new brakes, new brake pads, and new tires, just feeling super fresh right now. And the nice sunny weather, we're finally having some nice weather and some longer sunny days, so I'm hoping to do some more regular ride videos. Lately I've just been doing a lot of commute videos, and honestly I can't remember the last time I went for a normal bike ride without a backpack, in just normal cycling clothes. And this is actually one of my first rides with cycling shoes. I've been riding in my regular shoes and flat pedals for the last few months, so it's a really strange feeling right now, and I'm feeling a little bit out of shape as I've gone up some of the climbs here today. But I'm excited to film some more cycling videos moving forward. And anyway, I'm going to continue on with my ride and enjoy the weather. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm really excited to test out these tires moving forward, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.